they win. But at least I got her on the phone. I asked about a chance of her loving me again. Yes, I asked about the chance of her loving me again. She said she never stopped loving me, and she was coming on the train. I asked her, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? Oh, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue. Okay, now. No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue. I ask, can you believe? Can you believe it's true? Oh, can you believe? I ask you, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue.
Like a nice piece of bacon. About his laundry getting put away nicely and as much as he cares about this wood.
So welcome back everyone, Mike and Melissa here. This evening we are down here at the sawmill sawing some more of this red pine. A couple videos ago I dropped one of them so far, and we have several more that are like recently dead or dying. I'm going to take them down. And the lumber that I'm sawing right now, we're going to use it for drying sheds. That'll be the first little project for both lumber and maybe some firewood, something like that. So this evening we're sawing more siding. That'll be the last thing we use. That's why it's at the bottom of the pile. And we'll saw some 2x material, like 2x4s, 2x6s, and some 2x8s. So that's the plan with what we're sawing right now. But this evening, we want to talk a little bit about buying a sawmill. We get a lot of questions about this Woodmizer.
We do.
If, I mean, how many emails? We get a lot.
A lot.
A lot of emails asking if we're happy with the purchase. A lot of people, I think, are out there considering pulling the trigger on a sawmill. And, you know, a lot of people have wooded properties like we do, and they may be looking to start a side business, or they have projects on their own property. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's a lot of work. It is, but we enjoy this type of work, and I think it's pretty cool to be able to take something off your own property. You got a dead tree blown down over the hill, bring it up here and make some beautiful lumber out of it. We will turn this into a side business where we sell some lumber, we'll sell turning blanks and things like that, but it's not going to be our primary source of income. I'm not looking to get into this full-time or anything like that. I've always done a whole bunch of little side things. You know, I always had a real job, and I always did little things on the side, and this is just one more thing to be able to do that with. I don't think it would be as enjoyable if I had to come down here to crank out lumber to pay the bills. Probably wouldn't be as fun, although it still wouldn't be a bad job because I like being outdoors and I like this kind of work. How long have we had this? About, when did we get this?
6 months.
Yeah, we've had this mill about 6 or 7 months. I'm still learning, but I am really enjoying it. It is, it's relaxing to me, and like I mentioned, it's nice being able to take something from out in the woods and make something out of it. And this year we're going to be building a lot of things with lumber off of this mill, and it's been a lot of fun. It really has. Now this one here, it's the LX 150. You know, it's not an inexpensive mill, but there are also ones that go a lot more money than this. But I think they have like an LX 55 that you can saw, I'm not sure in these numbers, but like 23, 26 inch diameter logs, probably for $4,000 range, something like that. But if you're a woodworker and you enjoy working outside, or you want to do some projects and get, you know, lumber off your own property, I can't recommend it enough. And like I said, they are expensive, but it's just one more thing we have on the property and one more thing that we can do here. And I don't like spending money, contrary to what she says, but she's very, I don't.
I'm gonna faint.
She's gonna faint. But what I mean by that is,
Okay, compared to the two of us, he spends money.
oh, I don't know about that.
I wouldn't buy anything we have.
But like when I saved up for a couple years to buy our Ranger, for example, that side-by-side we have, and once I had the money saved up, I didn't want to buy it, so it was like another year before I bought it. And I had wanted a sawmill for years, and I kind of went back and forth on it. It's something that I'd really use, something I'd really need. Now granted, like I said, we've only had it for 6 months, but I love it. If I have available time, it's what I want to be doing. It's really nice, and we're just building an inventory of wood right now. And I think it was a really good purchase. And I think you kind of enjoy it and like seeing the logs turn to lumber and things like that.
I think it's great. It's very resourceful that we have the trees on the property and that we can saw them into boards and dry them and then build something with them. I think that's incredible.
And
I do.
And the other thing, it's just...
But I do have to say, I don't have any testimonies to share on something that I purchased.
You do have a really nice Jeep.
That I can say, boy, I don't regret that. I don't think I've purchased anything over $100.
Oh.
Okay, the dogs. My dogs would be the only thing.
Piper was like a lot of money. A lot of money, Piper was. But what else was I going to talk about this mill? Something else to consider, you know, if you don't want to buy a mill right now, there's tons of people out there that have them. You may be able to ask around, find somebody else that will saw lumber for you. I had done that in the past. I had a guy that came here. He had a older Woodmizer LT40. Remember that guy from
I
up
do. I have
Shakur?
pictures of it.
Good guy, but he kind of retired from doing it, and I couldn't really find anyone else. And the problem that we have is we're both busy all the time, and to schedule something like that, you know, 2 Saturdays from now, I'll be down at 8 o'clock in the morning. We may have something else come up in the meantime, And I just like being able to rely on ourselves.
Right.
Not that
and our
you,
scheduling and
yeah.
sunlight, yeah.
Not that you can't rely on other people, but we're both extremely busy, and it's nice when you have time just to come down here and saw some lumber. And that's what I like about having my own mill. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that have them, but there's a lot of value in those woods out there, just the trees that blow down between firewood and lumber. And it is amazing, all the cutting that we do of dead trees, and sometimes we do a little bit of thinning. If you walk out there in the woods, we never made a dent in any of it. You know, that's one of the questions I get asked all the time.
We do in comments, and I do my best to try to educate those people that actually are watching the videos, like the channel, are interested to what we do, but don't have an understanding of, well, when are you going to plant the trees?
Yeah, they think that we need to replant trees. The only time in our area, and I covered this actually in a video before, that you need to plant trees in our area, I can't speak for other parts of the country,
we'll just say
or other parts of the world, is they grow themselves. That's what they do. And matter of fact, one of the best things you could probably do with your woods, with our woods, down there by the pond and those big oaks down there, I mean, when one of those trees go down, the next year you'll see all these little saplings come up. The cherries and the maples will come back. It's just the way it is. They grow on their own around here. Trees are almost a nuisance around here. If you just quit farming a field, in a matter of a few years, it'll all be brush. A few more later, there'll be trees growing on it everywhere. It's just the way it is around here. So that's why I don't plant trees.
Right.
Although I was thinking out there on the scenic overlook, we may actually plant some little pines over there. Remember we mowed.
I've been wanting to plant pines in the front yard.
Yeah, we can plant pines in the front yard too. We should do that. Remember that time?
If this makes the edit, I have all of you as witnesses.
Yeah.
So things you want to think about if you're purchasing one is where are you going to put it?
Right.
Surely you've saved money or you have some sort of financial plan.
Yeah, and do you have a source for logs? You know, if you have your own property.
Or have them brought in.
And there's a lot of places, tree services. There's a lot of people that you can get logs from, you know what I mean? There is, but it's something you'd want to do some homework on. We had a guy from Montana, super nice guy. He's a wood turner, and I talked to him on the phone, watches our channel, and he said, man, I love that sawmill. I'd love to get one, but he said, I don't have any trees here. And so wherever he lived, he didn't have any trees, and I'm sure he could get some logs hauled in, but it probably wouldn't make sense for him to get a mill, someone in that situation. But you know, if you have a nice wooded property and you have good, decent trees, it's something you may want to consider. Now let's take a look at this cant that I have on the mill right now. We're going to finish cutting some siding off of here, and then we'll touch on a few more things before we wrap this up. All right, so this is one of those red pines. I'll end up getting 9 pieces out of that. They're 1 inch thick, actually 7/8 of an inch thick, and they're probably about 9 inches wide, something like that. But so far, this stuff is really stable. It's really nice. I'll give you a little closer look at it. Oh, you ready, Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna need more siding. Probably one more log of this.
Oh, I see. Well, you can tell when the sun goes down. It is 10 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like in 5 minutes. Like
yeah.
right now.
And it wasn't super hot. It was like 50. But you can feel it. And plus it's so damp.
Look at that. Pretty nice stuff. What do you think, miss?
Oh, you mean the wood?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, good. It's good.
Yeah, probably, I don't know. I can start figuring out what I'm actually going to need. And
yeah.
This weekend we'll cut some more siding and then start on the 2x material. I am going to have to buy probably some treated 6x6 posts. I don't want to put this stuff in the ground. I don't think it'll last, so I will buy just 6x6 posts, and everything else will be this red pine, all the framing and the siding and all that stuff.
Okay.
That'll be good. But to kind of review what we talked about, I can't speak for everybody. You know, I can just tell you the way I feel and the way I see things. I think the mill is a great purchase for us. It's not something, you know, it's a lot of work. It is, but we enjoy this type of work. We enjoy doing it. We really enjoy being able to take, you know, wood from our own property and to use it and make something of value out of it. So I like that part about it. If you're not, you know, ready to pull the trigger on one, look around, see if you can find somebody in your area that has one. But personally, I do recommend it if it's something that you think you're interested in and you don't mind some hard work and you like making things. If you have a bunch of property with trees, I think you could make a side business out of it, and you'd also have all the wood you would ever need personally for the rest of your life. I do. I mean, we're just getting started with this thing.
Right.
And what's the most that we saw it in one day? 2 hours straight, maybe, if that. You know what I mean? I mean, in 8 hours or something, you know, even if you did that once a month, you would have more wood for your projects than you could ever probably use. You can make a lot of lumber.
Some questions on the use of fuel. How much fuel does this use? It does not use very much at all, because
I've only put gas in it a couple times so far.
Yeah, so I was getting that information back.
Yeah, what are some other questions people had? A lot of people ask if I regret not getting the one, you know, one with the hydraulic log turner.
Yeah.
If I was sawing, you know, if I was sawing dimensional lumber like this all the time, it probably would be nice, because this you're just kind of cranking it out. But for the hardwoods and stuff, you're kind of studying the log a little bit more. You know, like I said, I got a lot to learn, but you're turning and flipping and looking at it, and you know, it would be nice, but it's a lot more money, and for what we do, I think this one's perfect. I think it works out really well.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, so it turns out that it doesn't convert to a swimming pool.
It doesn't?
No.
See, I thought it did. They told me that when I bought it.
So, Woodmizer?
Someday we'll get a pool. Someday.
I know.
But anyway, I think that's it.
Someday I'll tickle Mike again. Oh
yeah.
No, I'd never do that.
Yeah, if you didn't see that video.
I actually am a little nervous standing too close to him, because I might just...
You should watch that last video and you'll know what she's talking about. But you want to wrap this one up?
Yeah. If you like these videos, click like, comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. We have a ton of new subscribers. Tell us where you're at in life, where you're from. And then others that have been here for a while, they see that and they comment, and it just becomes a whole thing. Go to our Facebook page, Outdoors with the Morgans, and our Instagram page, Outdoors with the Morgans. If you do a hashtag Outdoorgans, which is like the pound sign is what I'm used to, but it's a hashtag Outdoorgans. Yeah. And then type that in the search line, and then you can see others that have posted pictures and have done the Outdoorgans hashtag and one another, and people have got to not meet up, but like connect with one another through pictures on social media. So you can do that on Instagram, is easier. On Facebook, it's kind of quirky for me with the hashtags.
Yeah, it doesn't work quite as well on Facebook.
We still make one post usually a day, and then we add things. I add things to our story of just tidbits of what we're doing, and it's been really great. We have thousands of views and lots of comments about it, so I'm going to try to keep up with that, and I do my best, so check that out. So that's Outdoors with the Morgans for Instagram and Facebook, but then the hashtag is Outdoorgans. But if you do like these videos, click like, subscribe, comment down below. We'd love to hear from you, and share them with your friends. Thanks.